Hello, loved ones. How are you doing? This is Love Marlene 411, your channel for all of the trauma healing, the conversations about all of the things that we need to talk about so that we can heal and be our best self because when we're healed, when we're happy, we can transfer that positivity, that energy, and that growth to others. So, welcome. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, all of that YouTube stuff. So, today, loved ones, we're going to be talking about um, the people that we know and their reaction to our healing. It's very strange and weird to me, individuals that we know of that don't like when they see you in your season of healing. Do you know some people like that? That when you started to improve your energy, your choices, and setting boundaries, people don't like this new you, the new version of you that you're putting out there. And that's so sad because we all should be vibrating higher. We should all be learning things. We should all be growing, but some never learn, some never grow. And I do feel that it's the people that you've been around for a long time. And when you start to make the choices of making a choice to not harbor resentment and to work on yourself and to heal, not for them, but healing for yourself. And that's what it's all about, loved ones, is making those choices to say, I want to heal so that I can be a happier woman or that you can be a happier man. And that's a choice that each of us have to make from day to day. And it's not an easy one because we usually fall back to what we're comfortable with. You may be comfortable with the toxicity. You may be comfortable with not communicating. You may be comfortable with holding everything in that you feel. But we're not going to be staying in that space of being angry and being toxic and not communicating and being people's doormat, because that's a whole thing that I know many of us do. In talking about trauma healing, we feel guilty that we want something different. You may feel guilty that you want to improve your life and you don't want to stay and do what everybody else maybe around you is doing. Do some of you have people like that, or are you one of those persons? Hi, Royanne. How are you? Are you one of those people that don't want to be angry anymore? You don't want to be controlled? You don't want to be a jealous, angry person? See, when we change our mental attitude, when we change how we feel about ourselves, when you start working on you and you learn to love yourself and you grow in confidence and courage, you learn boundaries and speaking up for yourself. Um, I'm glad you're good. Hi, Kara Turley. Welcome. I know that when I started to take care of myself and say, I don't want to be toxic, I don't want to be controlled, I don't want to be used, I have boundaries and I'm going to enforce them. That healed version of you, when you stop saying, I am not going to let people manipulate me, control me, they're not going to like it because they're used to having knowledge of your personal business, especially when you stop talking about the things that you're doing. You cut them out of, all of those things. You're not interested in being a part of gossip and drama. You want positivity. You want peace in your life. And that is what peace does for us. Hi, Dakota. How are you doing? Welcome. And that's what peace does for us. Peace gives us that opportunity to grow and to be who we're originally meant to be. And it's very unfortunate that some people like toxicity and drama and being angry. Hi, Miss Betty. How are you doing? Welcome. Some people like toxicity and being angry. Some people just like that. They love the drama. But when you don't anymore, like you want to give those things away, you want to be happy, you want to be healthy, you want to have peace in your life. You only want people in your life that will add, will pour into you, be supportive and not bring drama and toxicity and drama and negativity and judgment. When you free yourself of that, you're going to find that many people will drop off from you because some people, they love that. They love drama. They love negativity. They love complaining about their life, but not actively participating in changing that. But when you make the choice to do better for yourself, I remember vividly when I said, you know, I don't want to call this person or that person anymore. And it's not because we think we're better than other people, but we want joy. We want peace. And you can't have joy and peace and calm and you know, being able to use your gifts and go for things and do the things that you want to do when you have that drama and judgment and negativity. See, when you become a healed version of yourself, right? When we become that healed version of ourselves, boy, do people get mad. And you're going to start hearing things like, oh, you think you're better than me? Or what it is that they will not allow themselves to confront whatever skeletons in their closet. They don't have the courage, maybe like you do. They don't have the courage to say this and this happened to me and that was sad and this hurt me. And it's not for everybody because some people will go through their entire life until they get to be very old and stay angry and mean and complain and cry about something that happened 30, 40, 50 years ago, but they never did anything to say, this is what it was. I forgive them and I forgive myself for not letting myself forgive whoever hurt me. I'm telling you, it takes a monkey off your back. It takes a weight off your back. It takes a weight off your heart. And it helps with having good mental health and clarity, peace in your life, and joy. And you start to only look for those sort of relationships from everybody else. Like you want a healthy, happy romantic relationship. You want healthy, happy friendships. You want people in your life that want to be there for you, that want to support, that will be accountable, will be honest with you, will show up for you. So, yes, Rand, for sure. Yes, Kara. Yes. And I know that for sure when I started to show up for myself, doing good things for me, positive things, taking time for my rest and relaxation, not joining in on the drama. I don't want to be a part of that. When you show up as a healed woman or a healed man, people are going to drop off from your life. They will. And it hurts sometimes because you would never think the people that drop off will. You will feel that, oh, I thought they loved me. Well, sometimes what people love is they love the drama. They love you being a person that they can vent with negativity. They love that you will be on that same wavelength of drama and negativity and complaining and backbiting and all of those things. But when you change and you improve who you are as a woman or as a man, we have to understand that not everybody's going to want us to heal. Not everybody wants change. Not everybody wants you to change. People may just want you to stay the same way, but don't let other people get you stuck. Don't let other people make you miserable. At a certain point, as a mature woman or as a mature man, and I'm not just talking about being grown because everybody can get to be from 18 and up, 21 and up, but are you happy? Have you actively participated in making yourself happy? Have you forgiven people? Are you healing? Are you growing? Are you making choices that prove that you love yourself? See, this is all about a healing journey for every single one of us. Everybody's walk in life is going to be different. Everybody's finding their way to themselves, finding their way to clarity and peace and joy, and not having resentment and anger and trying to get back at people. Is going to be different. So, what is important, loved ones, is for us to put in the work. It's not going to be easy. Sometimes you may miss people in your life, you may miss them. Um, You may miss people uh, for doing whatever it is that they are doing. You may miss them, but at the same time, hi Tangela, how are you? Welcome in. Hi Sandra, welcome. You may miss certain people. Um, and I know I have. When I started healing from my inner child, doing that inner work, being honest with myself and saying, why really do I have this person in my life? And not just saying, giving people that space, that room in our heart, giving people the freedom to the space to run over us. We're not doormats. See, I want everybody to take your power back one by one. And we're going to grow into this strong community that we love ourselves. We make better choices. We don't let people run over us. We don't let people ghost us and then keep coming back. We don't let people take advantage of us. We're not yes women or yes men. We're not that, you know? And that's going to take a community of strong women and men to say, I struggle too. It's hard to tell people, no, I will not allow you to use me anymore. No, I've outgrown this relationship, because every relationship has seasons, and some people, they come in our life to grow us into better women, better men, healed, happy, and peace. So we have to get hurt sometimes to get to the space of saying, that's not what I deserve. I deserve better than that. So I want to say that to each and every one of you, whoever hurt you. It could have been in your childhood, it could have been your parents, or other relatives, could be your siblings. People that we love the most hurt us the most, take advantage of us the most. Financially, they take care of our kindness, they don't value our opinions and our gifts. And we're the ones that have to take our power back and heal by saying no and meaning it, by setting boundaries. Oh, that is so essential. Set boundaries and mean it. That we're not going to let people guilt us into doing things for them. You know how it goes. Oh, why can't you do it? Oh, you've always done it, and if you don't do it, who's going to do it? You know, you have to leave those people alone, because they're never going to appreciate you. They're always going to want more and more. You could do 100 things for them and they'll want a million more. And there's no appreciation, there's no gratitude. And that's why I wanted to have this conversation, that when you heal, when you become happy, when peace becomes your lifestyle, when your mantra is, I will do the best For me, I will make better choices. I will have healthy relationships. I will only have relationships with people who pour back into me and not just me pouring out. Okay. Because that will get you drained, frustrated, angry, and stuck. And that's not what we deserve, loved ones. We don't deserve to be stuck. We don't deserve to be taken advantage of. We don't. So I wanted to spread that message to every single one of you. Anybody who's listening now live or anyone who's tuning in on the replay, I want you to remind yourself of your worth. Even if people in your life currently or in the past don't see your worth, we ultimately have to make the choice to say, I'm worthy. I'm capable. I deserve to be respected. And you also deserve to be healed, you know, and not be in the space of anger or saying, they did this to me, they did this to me. At a certain point, we have to forgive other people. Now, I'm going to pause right there because I know some of you are going to say, Marlene, you don't know how much they hurt me. You don't know how much they backstabbed me. You don't know how much they took advantage of me. No, trust me, I know. There were some really heavy things that I had to forgive people in my life for, you know, um, verbal, emotional, financial, spiritual, sexual abuse, all of the forms of abuse. People just do wrong things to us. And that's why this channel is dedicated to trauma healing, anything traumatic, anything disrespectful, anything that people did that hurt you, that you didn't like. Today is a new day. There's no time like the present to say, I deserve to be healed today. So take your power back, declare it. You have to say it out loud. I'm taking my power back. I'm not letting people take advantage of me. I'm not going to stay angry anymore. And it's not because you are saying it's okay what they did to you. Let me clarify that. Just because people did wrong to us and we forgive them, it doesn't mean that we're saying now that what they did was right. No, we're saying what they did was wrong. I didn't deserve that. And I'm not going to allow them to continuously hurt me. We're not doormats. We're not people to be taken advantage of. We're not people to be puppeted. People will puppet you and love bomb you and disrespect you as long as you allow them to do that to you. But today is a new day and we're going to heal and we're going to speak over our lives and declare that I am worthy. I am capable. I will only have healthy, happy, peaceful relationships. People in my life will show up for me. People in my life will respect me. People in my life will be grateful and give good things to me, not toxic, not manipulation, not using me, not ghosting me. See, first we have to heal ourselves and know who we are and treat ourselves better. That is one thing about healing, is that first you have to cut off the toxic sources, the toxic behaviors, the toxic, the controlling, the all of that. And then after you cut it off, you have to start asking yourself healing questions. Why did I allow this person to stay in my life? Why did I allow this person to take advantage of me? Why did I feel that I deserve that? And just stay in that space and think about it. And not to bring yourself down, but to ask yourself why I did this, so we don't repeat the cycle, so we don't choose toxic romantic relationships, why we don't choose toxic friendships and also toxic relatives. Notice I said toxic relatives is not family, because family are people who love you and choose you back. Okay. There's a big difference. So don't let people keep taking advantage of you, using you, disrespecting you. And I want to say thank you to everybody who gave me some gifts. I really do appreciate every single one of you. Also, feel free to join my channel membership. It starts at 99 cents. We get into some deeper topics that I don't talk about in the public. I talk more about sexual abuse and verbal abuse and DV and all those sorts of things more on the member only side. So join channel membership for that sort of content and other member only content. So, I just wanted to say to every single one of you that you deserve to heal. I want you to say that out loud because there is power in the tongue, there's power in your words. And when I started saying that, I deserve to heal. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to have peace in my life. And all of the relationships that I have in my life will bring me peace, will pour into me. And when you start saying that, when you start speaking that, and also the way that you treat yourself, I will treat myself in a healthy way. I will show up for myself for self care. And self care doesn't mean that you have to spend hundreds of dollars. Self care is free. Self care is giving yourself the moments to work on your mental health and take a deep breath, to be compassionate to yourself. That is a part of healing. Nobody can give you the healing. You have to be in the space where you have to make that choice. I make a choice to show up for myself. I make a choice to be at peace. I make a choice to take care of my mind, my body, and my spirit. Okay. So we have one more point that we're going to talk about, and then we're going to get out of here. But I wanted to remind you, I wanted to encourage you that whatever heavy thing that you have been carrying, sometimes we have things that we carry from our childhood, things that we carry from previous, either romantic or friendship or just emotional pain, maybe grief. But it's up to us to say, I'm going to heal. I'm going to take some time for me. I'm going to take a deep breath. I will be patient with myself. I will be healed. I will be happy. And I will only choose healthy, happy, supportive relationships from here on out. From here on out, speak it and declare it. Only healthy and happy relationships. Only people who support me and pour into me. If people don't give to me emotionally, mentally, financially, spiritually, there has to be some giving that they're assisting you with. There has to be some sort of support. But if it's only you pouring out, that's very dangerous. And that's why we get so discouraged, so upset, so sad, so, in our feelings, and we feel so broken. And it's because we have not made a choice to show up for ourselves. So that can all change. Don't be tough on yourself. The healing journey is about forgiving yourself as many times as you need to because we make mistakes. People will blindside us, will think a person is this way and they're not. So it's like I said, asking ourselves the question, what didn't I see? What did I allow? And how can I change that moving forward? Maybe you may want to not volunteer too much information, not let people get too close to you, and not tell your personal private business, not tell people your moves, what you're trying to do. That is a very protective mechanism. We need to protect ourselves. Don't tell people what you're doing next. Keep that to yourself. Just be a woman or a man of action. Just do. Just be. Go out there and be successful. Go out there and be happy. Go out there and be healed. But you're the one that has to say, I forgive you so I can be my best self. I forgive you so I can love myself. I forgive myself for the things that happened to me, you know? And I'm not going to keep staying in that space. That was the past, and today is a new day. And I love the day that I have today. See, you see how it's so soothing. It's like rubbing some sort of, oil or a soothing balm on our heart, on our head, and saying, you know, better is coming. It's calming, it's soothing, but we're the ones that have to give ourselves the permission to say, I will be happy. I will be healed. I'm not going to let what another person did that took advantage of me. Don't cut off your heart from love again romantically. Don't cut off yourself from friendship. Don't cut off yourself from having loving relationships just because people may have hurt you or took advantage of you. Now we know better. Now we're more cautious. And then we know how to protect ourselves. We know when a person's energy is off. That's all I need to know. Just leave those people alone. Cut them off, block them, and do what you need to do. So, this is our healing journey, loved ones. We're going to speak it over our life. I am healed. I am happy. I am positive. I am prosperous. And what that does is everything from the past, all of those skeletons on our closet, all of those things that make us sad, when it bubbles up to the surface, you say, I know that hurt me in the past. I know this and that hurt me, but I forgive it and I heal it. And then you push it to the side until it can rise up to the surface, but then remember who you are. I'm stronger today. Today I'm more courageous. Today I love myself. Today I know how to be a friend to myself. See how you're speaking positive over your life. And it comes with time. We have to learn how to talk to ourselves. We have to learn how to treat ourselves. We have to learn how to take breaks. We have to learn what is good for us and what is not good for us. And we can't let other people's projections or fears or hurt or manipulation stop us from being our best self. Okay? So that has been the vibes today, the healing vibes, the positive vibes, and I want to speak over all of my loved ones' life. This is my season to win. This is my season to let go. This is my time for freedom of my mind, my body, and my spirit. I will do my best. I will show up for myself. I will affirm myself. I will be courageous. Because it takes courage to forgive other people. It takes courage to forgive yourself. It takes courage to put one foot in front of the other when you probably want to lay in bed and put the covers over your face or just say, I can't do this. It takes courage to do that. But you're healing, and I'm proud of every single one of you. Keep doing your personal best. That's all that counts at the end of the day, is that you are actively participating in change. You are actively participating in loving yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Be proud of yourself. Hold your head up. Be different. You don't have to be like a sheep. You don't have to be a follower. You can be a leader. Maybe that may be a new concept for you. Be a leader. Stand in that space. Be confident. Be courageous. And this new version of yourself that other people aren't going to like, that you're healed and you're happy and you're positive, that's their loss. Some people don't deserve our love. Some people don't deserve to know our personal business. They don't deserve that. So don't give that away. Don't, spread your gems. Don't undercharge your gifts. Learn to speak up for yourself. Learn to communicate how you feel, and don't let people run over you. We are not doormats. We are not doormats. That season is over, and we have ended it. We're not doormats. We're not to be used, and we're going to remove ourselves from guilt. We're going to remove ourselves from other people's projection of their fears and their insecurities, because this is our season of healing. We're going to let go of everything that hurt us, not because it didn't happen, but because We're going to be so busy in our prosperity season. We're not waiting until January to talk about, new me, new start. We're starting right now today. Today is a new day. Today is a new start. Today I will give myself the permission to be healthy and happy in my mindset, in my focus, in the relationships that I choose to have. And anybody that does not pour into me does not deserve to have a space in my life, in your life. Okay. So don't worry about those who don't want you to be healed and happy. You just go on and be happy. You go on and be courageous. You go on and be your best self. You go on and learn how to communicate and stand up for yourself and to say no and mean it. Stand 10 toes down on that. Okay? So thank you to everybody who came in today. Sandra, and Tangela and Royanne and Miss Betty and Kara and anybody who is in the background. Thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. Happy healing journey. This is Love Marlene 411, your channel for trauma healing. We talk about all of those things over here. If you like the content, feel free to subscribe, turn on your notification bell. And on Thursdays, myself and my co-host, Miss Nexie, we do the sip and chat, which is usually around 9 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll start about that time, and we get into some really important trauma healing topics. And me and Miss Nexie, she's the fire and I'm the ice. And we talk about those things, and we're not as afraid. And that is the part about healing. We're not afraid. We're empowered. We're stronger, and we are courageous. Sending you positive energy today, tomorrow, and forever. I'll see you guys on the next one.